What's up, you guys? Welcome to Aftershock. I'm Aaron, and today, like I've mentioned in previous videos, we're backtracking and going over some of the events that I didn't get to post from this past year. Not all of them, but some, a few, 6 or 7. I figured tonight we would switch it up a little bit and do a TNA event, the TNA event, TNA Bound For Glory 2016. Here is the results and my review. So let's get right on into it. The show opened with Broken Matt metaphorizing the show summary. The first match on the card was Trevor Lee versus DJZ for the X Division Championship. A great opening match, in my opinion. It was actually a really good match just in general. Started off very technical. DJZ reversed the German into a reverse Frankensteiner or a reverse Rana, whatever you want to call it. The suicide dive spot was really cool. The backflip German spot was awesome. Trevor Lee hit the backflip crossbody slam. I don't know what he calls it, but it's sick. DJZ ends up retaining via a ZDT on his third try. I give the match about a 7 of 10. It was a decent match. It was a pretty good match. Backstage, Drew Galloway says they always told him no, but whoever wins this match won't be recognized. Drew, I'm pretty sure this is around the time Drew started turning into his heelish, more darkish self. The next match was Bound for Gold, a 10-man gauntlet. Jesse Goddard versus Rockstar Spud to start off. Braxton Sutter enters to fight Spud. Spud tries to double clothesline but failed epically. Eli Drake enters, teasing a quick elimination. Sutter gets eliminated first, though. Robbie E then enters. Boom drop spot on Spud, and Drake was cool. I think he boom dropped Spud onto Drake. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. The Broman's alliance didn't last too long. Then Baron Dax enters. Grado enters, dancing and then to be immediately eliminated by Spud. Then Basil Baraka enters to make up the tribunal in the match. Robbie E eliminates Baraka. Tyrus enters and eliminates Spud. Mahabali Shira enters to face Tyrus. Drake ends up eliminating Shira. Drake's feet hanging spot was cool where he hung. Goddard's hit Tyrus with the springboard forearm. Eli Drake eliminates Goddard's and Tyrus at the same time to win the world title shot. It was about a 6 of 10. I mean, every now and then they're cool, but it just seems like there's so many gauntlet type matches, you know. JB interviews Robert Irvine backstage for Gales Hall of Fame induction and was ran off by Maria and Mike Bennett. They say at the end, everyone will be saying, "Yes, we do," with the moose arm gesture. Yes, we do. Which is kind of clever. I like Mike Bennett. Next match, segue into Mike Bennett versus Moose. Moose's football entrance was sick. He had his football uniform on and the team. It was really cool. Moose F5'd Bennett into the ring post. Sorry, it took me a little bit. I couldn't understand. I couldn't make out what I wrote there. He F5'd Bennett into the ring post and took a backdrop onto it. Awesome sequence of reversals. Bennett hit the pile driver for a near fall, but Moose ends up winning via the go to hell from the top rope and then the game breaker. It was about a 6.5 of 10. We've seen this so many times, it seems like. Backstage, JB again interviews someone else, Aaron Rex. He says he'll cement his legacy and may the best man win. Next match was Eddie Edwards versus Aaron Rex for the Grand Championship, 5-minute rounds. Edwards being a sub for Galloway because Galloway got injured, I believe. Rex forearmed a suicide dive, but Edwards came over the top, then hit another suicide dive. The match opened up The match opened up the last minute of the first round, pretty much. Eddie Edwards ends up winning round 1 unanimously. Rex had the Indian Deathlock on when the lights went out. Rex applied an inverted sharpshooter. Then Rex wins round 2. All 3 judges 9-10. Edwards hit a flying code breaker. Sorry. The crowd chanted, "We want Davey, we want Davey. Now we know we don't want Davey." I do. Edwards hit the Blue Thunder Bomb. Edwards missed the moonsault, but reversed the Revelator and hit a Shining Wizard. 2-1 Rex, 2-1 Edwards, 2-1 Rex. New and first grand champion. Love the title design. Rex says tonight we make history, but stay tuned. Love the grand championship. I think it's just so thoughtful. I mean, it's simple, but it's just so different in wrestling today, and the belt looks really clean. I like the concept, I really do. The match was about a 6.5 out of 10 for me. Christy Hemme guest spoke and thanked Gail and announced Taryn Terrell to also speak. Love Taryn, always loved her. And then Awesome Kong comes out too. Whoa, didn't expect that. Dixie Carter then comes out to introduce Gail Kim. Some guy held up a sign with the yeah, I've seen that. I remember this. He held up a sign with the little boy pissing on the WWE logo. It was hilarious. The Gail Kim video package was awesome. They done a great job with that. The introduction went fine for me. It went okay. As good as it could have been, I expect. It was really good. The video package for the Great War was wild. Loved it. And then we get to the Great War. Broken Matt and Brother Nero versus Decay for the tag team titles. The Hardys' entrance was great. Rebby was awesome on the piano. They had Maxwell and all that. We're all used to that now. That's a regular thing now, but this was the first time, so it was really cool. The crowd got into the delete as always. Rosemary spit the mist at Rebby to start it off. They say the battlefield was planet Earth. That's crazy. The battlefield's planet Earth. Love it. Rosemary tossed Steve a trash can and went coast to coast on Matt. Matt kicked out on the floor. I told everyone. Rosemary's awesome. She is. I love her. Abyss took a staple gun to Jeff's forehead. Abyss and Matt fought backstage and went outside in front of the Universal Orlando sign. Jeff hid and threw some fruit at Steve. That was kind of funny. He came back as Itchweed. Itchweed put a carved pumpkin over Rosemary's head, and she spit mist at him. Itchweed unfolded the umbrella towards the camera and came back as Willow. Love Willow. I just love Jeff. Period. Vanguard won. Spit mist in Rosemary's eyes. Willow and Steve came back into the arena. Steve hit a cannonball at the steps. Abyss and Matt come back, and the crowd chants delete again. I'm trying to get ahead of this. We're already at 9 minutes, you guys. Jeff comes back from under the ring. Hits Poetry in Motion, then Extreme Combo on Abyss. Spin Cycle on Steve. Abyss chokeslam Steve onto Matt. Matt put thumbtacks in a barbed wire board. That's fucking insane. Side effect Abyss onto the sandwiched. Side effect Abyss onto it and then sandwiched him with 2 and dropped an elbow. Rebby powerbombed Rosemary through a table on the outside. Wild. Loved it. Jeff slammed Steve's neck in a chair on the post, and Matt hit a twist with the chair, which is kind of his trademark now. Matt gets on the mic and says he invites Brother Nero to indulge in his addiction finally. Then Jeff does the swanton off the 20-foot ladder through a table, and we have new tag team champions, and they are still tag team champions today, thank God. And this is the beginning to something new for the, what do they call it, I don't know, whatever. They're going around to all these promotions, getting all their tag team belts, which I think is a really cool angle. We obviously know they can't take the belts away from the promotion, but they have the sack, so it's making the illusion that they have all the belts in the sack, which is really cool, and they really do win the championships on each individual show, which that's awesome. Really cool, really thoughtful angle. About an 8.5 of 9 of 10 easy. It was awesome. I love shit like this. I love different shit. The fans chanted Hardys, as I did too. Next, we had JB interviewing Bobby Lashley and says the same old dominant shit. Next, we have Gail Kim versus Maria Kanellis Bennett for the Knockouts title. Maria comes out saying the doctor didn't clear her, Allie gave her up, and revealed she was lying. Maria actually looked okay in the ring. Mike Bennett then comes out and distracted the ref, which was Hebner. Allie overtossed Maria's wrist cast, went over her head, and it went over to Gail. Then Gail tosses it out of the ring, hits Eat Defeat to win for the new Knockouts Championship for the 6th-time Gail Kim. Match wasn't all that, but it was what it was supposed to be. It was done good. A 5 of 10 for me, because I'm into the match sport aspect, you know. But it was done good for what it was supposed to be. And I'm a big Gail Kim fan, so. Post-match, Mike Bennett gets on the mic saying he's frustrated because Bound for Glory didn't go how he'd like it to. And he's shutting it down. The lights go off, the music hits, and out comes Cody Rhodes. Or Cody. And Brandy, actually, both of them. Ends up in a fight. Cody versus Mike, and Maria versus Brandy. The girls go to the outside. Cody hits his beautiful disaster kick. They got a huge pop. Next match was the main event, I believe. Pretty sure it has to be. EC3 versus Bobby Lashley for the World Championship. Lashley spears EC3 in the middle of the introduction. Lashley hit a spinebuster on the stage. He hit a second spear for a near fall. EC3 reversed a torture rack into a guillotine choke. EC3 hit a roll through, lift up, sit out powerbomb. Lashley hit a big power slam. EC3 hits the TK3 or a TKO. EC3 steals the spear, move theft. Fuck you, Bobby. I hate your spear anyways. Looks fakey as shit. Sorry. It does, though. EC3 yelled, you piece of shit, to everybody. It was plain as day. And hit the TK3 on the steps, and then a frog splash in the ring. Lashley hit a third spear for another near fall. Killing it. Lashley got the chair. Lashley hits the Uranagi into the arm triangle, my bad. EC3 ends up breaking it. EC3 hits the triple German suplex, then the 1%er for a near fall. EC3 goes for the 1%er off the top, but Lashley pushes him off and hits a spear from the second rope, and Lashley retains. Match was actually really good. 7 of 10. I always enjoy EC3 and Lashley, but they better watch and not do it too much, because it will get boring, it will get stale. But overall, the event was awesome. Overall, that main event match was awesome. 7.5 of 10 for me. If not a little bit higher or a little bit lower, give or take a little. I'm just a big TNA fan. I'm not going to lie to anybody, so I loved it. So I appreciate you guys for taking the time to check out this video and any of my other videos. Like I said, I will be trying to get back up to date and backtrack and do these events from late last year. I'm actually going to try to do one a day at least for this week. I think I've got about six or seven more left. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll still follow the new shows like next Sunday, Fastlane's coming up. That will be out at least by Monday, the following Monday, the day after. I will still keep up to date with the current shows, but I am going to backtrack and get these ones out as well. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. If you do not mind, like I always say, I'm not begging for it, but it would be nice if you'd super kick that like button, super kick that subscribe button for me. Hope each and every one of you guys has an awesome day today or not, depending on where you're from. And I'm gonna get on out of here because I gotta get in the bed. I got work tomorrow. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.